O'Neill Outside is presented by Rockwell Tools.
Hello again, everyone. I'm O'Neill Williams, and welcome to our program. Take a look. Beautiful river, huh? The Chattahoochee River, and it is a trout stream in the midst of a metropolitan area of about 6 million. A trout stream. Water comes out of Lake Lanier north of here at 47 degrees, and a fellow by the name of Chris Scally runs a company called River Through Atlanta, and it is a fabulous trout fishery. You want to go there? You can call him, or you can watch today on O'Neill Outside. Talk about prime real estate, buddy. This is it.
That's it. See that kind of fast water there? That's a good shelf over there.
Crankbaits for trout. Oh yeah. Aren't you something now? Now look, now wait a second here.
Oh man, brown trout.
A little brown.
Nice.
Are people surprised that you get in the boat and you're starting crankbaits?
No, well, a little bit. That they think, bass lure, kind of thing. And but I'll tell you, the trout love these crankbaits.
They do indeed.
So they haven't stocked Browns O'Neill in 12 years now. We're going on 12 years this January, and so this is a stream bred brown. Even though they're not native, they're introduced from Europe originally, but they reproduce in the river.
And that's a little guy.
That's a little guy. That's a hen. That's a hen brown. We've got the naturally reproducing trout in the river.
We're going to talk more about how this exists too, once you probably make another cast and catch another fish. Okay.
Just hit that bank all the way down here. You'll see that water really starts to speed up through here, and they like that undercut bank.
Today's conditions by Ono's Performance Sunglasses.
We're approaching some good spawning gravel, where you start to see all this busy water, all this shoal water. It's you'll begin to see that gravel, and that's where they deposit the eggs. We got that new state record in July. That gentleman caught the
fish? I don't remember.
It was 21 pounds.
Wow.
I've got the net handy. Is that another brown?
Yes, indeed. Chris, we've got to put this in perspective now. Here we are catching stream-bred browns on a wild river with a temperature of 40+ degrees, and we're almost inside the 8th largest metropolitan area. So how does this rank with rivers that do this? Where else?
Well, Trout Unlimited ranked us one of the 100 best trout streams in the nation.
Really?
The way I understand it, we're one of 3 rivers in the world that supports trout that runs through a metro area of 1 million or more people. The other 2 are the Bow River in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and then the Isar River in Munich, Germany.
Quite unique. And at this water temperature, we've got 26 miles of trout water.
Oh yeah, well 48 really if you count the delayed harvest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this.
All right, let's get, boy, she's pretty, huh? Look at those red spots.
Now you do more than just trout fish.
Oh yeah, now we do the stripers. Now they run up from West Point. There she goes.
Okay.
And they run up from West Point, and so that Morgan Falls, I don't know if this would be a good talking point for you, but it prevents the stripers from making it up to eat all our trout.
We will visit them then before the day ends.
A
place called Morgan Falls Dam, which is unique also. Here, I'll fix that.
There we go. Good deal. There she is.
Another prize.
Excellent.
Chattahoochee River
man.
trout.
All right.
O'Neill Outside, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, Loyal Pet Food, Roadrunner Lures, and XGO.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works Aero Cart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is AeroKart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, AeroKart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Lift less, do more. Get your Works AeroKart today.
Started my Camry. Picked up someone I hadn't seen in far too long. Went somewhere we'd both never been. Did something we'd both never done. And was reminded that the most important things in life aren't things, they're people.
The bold new Camry. One bold choice leads to another.
Get a 2-year, no-cost maintenance lease on a new 2015 Toyota Camry SE for $199 a month. That's $199 a month.
Toyota, let's go places.
Are you ready to go grab life by the gills? Maybe take a road trip to a place with no roads. Would you like to make an investment you know will pay off? Then you belong at Bass Pro Shops, where great gear, great prices, and the great outdoors all meet up. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
Loyalty is earned, not given. After countless hours of training, months of preparing, you've formed an unbreakable bond that can only be understood by a select few. Your dog is more than just a dog. He's a friend, someone you can count on, the one who will always be there for you. Reward loyalty with the only premium food made with our patented OptiCook process. Trust Loyal to give your hunting partner the maximum endurance, recovery, and digestibility on even the toughest days.
Are you using the Buckeye Mop Jig and the Spot Remover Jig? You should be. They're great baits. Buckeye lures, custom made with the finest materials, needlepoint hooks, chip-resistant paint, and premium blades. All these make Buckeye lures better than luck and have been for over 15 years. Plus, they catch fish. Look for Buckeye lures at retailers everywhere.
If you like to hike at all, this is a great hike because it's overlooking the river and you get that cool breeze off the river in the summertime. This is a real nice hike.
Yeah, what's the water temperature probably?
It's right here, I'd guess it's mid to upper 40s.
A jumper, oh my goodness.
Nice. He hit it good, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yeah, that was a nice strike.
Looks like a brown
I got
trout.
him sideways, and here we go. And you got it.
All right.
You and I get to have a conversation about this fish and where we are, okay? Because everybody's seen a lot of fish being caught. Let's handle the fish. A native brown trout. I'm not going wrong with that, am I?
Well, stream bred. Let's call him stream bred.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're originally from Europe, I guess. But and I know we were talking about brook trout being the true native trout to Georgia. But these guys are reproducing. They haven't stocked them in 12 years now.
Okay. What's the stream record?
Stream record is almost 22 pounds caught this past July.
So there's some whoppers in the river.
That's this one's big brother.
You betcha. All right, let's get him back on to tell. We got to tell everybody about where we are because they're going to be so surprised. The Chattahoochee River is a southern river. How is it that you're catching trout in this river?
Well, the Corps of Engineers, they finished the dam, made Lake Lanier back in the mid-50s, and it just so happens they release water from 130 feet deep right there at the dam. That water's 47, 48 degrees coming out of the dam in the middle of the summer.
So even in the summertime, this is a trout fishery.
Yes, it sure is, year-round.
Chris Scally, and the name of the guide service is?
River Through Atlanta Guide Service.
Very appropriate, and you can avail yourself of it. And this is probably a pretty good spot right here.
Oh boy, look at that log jam.
Yeah. Got him?
Yep, he's not a big one, but another brown he hit. All right.
How old is that fish?
We'd be guessing, but I'd say he's probably right about 1.5 to 2 years old.
The stream is just rotten with them. They're everywhere.
Yes.
You have a lot of guys flying to the Atlanta airport and go fishing with you?
Oh man, I've had people from all over the globe. Absolutely.
Chris Scally. His number's on the screen maybe right now and will be a lot of times before the day ends. Let's keep fishing.
Okay, you got it, man. You talked me into it.
Okay. And the tackle is light tackle, 8 pound.
Yes, sir.
Light tackle.
That's right.
Chris, when people come here and fish with you for a day, do you look at that as an opportunity for them to learn how to do this?
Oh, absolutely. We're teachers. I can't think of a better classroom for trout fishing.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
throw here, throw there. Look for one there.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
where they'll be, and so on.
Yes, we look for habitat. Absolutely.
Do you? I almost got it off. Do you fly fish?
We do, and we get a lot of people cut their teeth on fly fishing out here. It's a great place to learn. You got a lot of space.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and, yeah. You can really double haul, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No mountain laurel around here to eat your flies. All right.
I maybe lifted him out of the net pretty quickly.
Yeah. Oh man, he's looking good. We got the barbs down on this too, so that helps. We offer a half-day guided trip, which is a 4-hour window on the water. Mm-hmm. And then we have the capacity for 2 anglers plus the guide. If we have children, we might be able to get 3 passengers plus the guide. Mm-hmm. And then we offer a full-day trip, which is 8-hour window on the water, and you can really cover a lot of water.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's a fabulous, fabulous day, and it's year-round.
Yes, sir.
Even in the summertime, the water temperature is
47 degrees coming out of Buford Dam.
Trout fishing year-round. We're going to hang one of these big ones here before it's over, buddy.
All right.
Now, the True Turn Tackle Tip of the Week.
Let's talk trout fishing, fly fishing, in fact. 2 things. Number 1, really get some good sunglasses. I use Onos, and maybe you can tell the amber lens, okay? You can really see the trout all down in there. Now, you need to be able to see the trout, but you need to be able to read the waters. How can I illustrate this? Let me try it. This is an old black raccoon pelt here. This is the stream. Water's going downstream, okay? And you look and you see water disturbance here, right in here and here, okay? If you read that water, the trout will be on the sides of this disturbed area, okay? They won't be in this part. They'll be on the sides of this in an effort to feed off of those spots right there. If you'll read the stream and use good glasses, you will catch more trout because you present the bait correctly. After all, they're not really smart. You give them something to eat, they'll eat it. And that's your True Turn Tackle Tip of the Week.
If you got a truck, you need to make it work like I did mine at Wild Willie's in Winder, Georgia. Wild Willie's has everything from spray-in bed liners, leveling kits, lift kits, bumpers, grill guards, winches, LED lights, window tinting, tires, wheels, and everything in between. My truck is a big part of my hunting and fishing trips, and I'm sure yours is too. So do like I did and go see my friends at Wild Willie's.
O'Neill Outside, presented by your local Toyota dealer. Southern Link Wireless. By ExploreGeorgia.org, official site of Georgia Tourism. And Wild Willie's Custom Truck Accessories.
Chris and I started with Countdown Rapalas, little bitty ones, and they sure did work on the trout. Then, of course, we're trout fishing. Let's use a fly rod, a float, and a couple of droppers in a kind of a different way, but they sure did work.
we suspend 2 weighted nymphs underneath here. And I tell everybody too, if you try to cast this, it's just gonna tangle in a heartbeat. So we lob it and we use the surface tension of the river on both sides of the boat, you know, just for starters. So we'll call this a clock, and here's 12 o'clock straight up. And I'm just gonna, just so you get used to the rig and how it feels when it goes. But rather than doing this false cast business, slow to 12, accelerate, let it land. Drop down to this side. Slow to 12, drop, let it land like this. And you can imagine a kid when it's windy out, controlling the line with that surface tension on both sides, drop, let it land. And they just love it. They just love it. But now once you get, and I do that with everybody just because you've never casted this rod, you hadn't fished this rig. And so what you can do is just face on that motor right there inside the brace and just real slow up to 12, drop it down to this side, let it land.
Are we in a fly area yet?
Yes, yes, very good area for it. And accelerate and drop. Good one, good one.
I'm a natural.
Look at that.
What can I tell you?
Look at that. The cool part about this is you see the bite. I think that makes this different than the spinning in that you have to see the bite and set the hook when you see it, because that trout's gonna spit that little fly out real quick. Good, you might just quarter up towards my indicator here. Yep. Nice shot. There we go.
What do you got going on
I think
here?
it might be another one of those wild brown trout, or is that a rainbow? No, brown trout.
Another brownie?
On the dropper.
And you made it.
Yeah, buddy.
Crankbaits, nymphs, floats, everything but crickets.
I'd love to see you get a bite like
No,
that.
I thought I did.
And look at this, O'Neill. Look how he just barely, this is why you got to set that hook so quick, because they spit that maybe 2 or 3 fish out of 200 trips a year that I do, they hardly ever swallow it.
Somebody shows up in Atlanta, they made arrangements with you, they live in Atlanta, they want to try the best trout stream, or the longest and best in the South.
Home of the state
All they
record.
have to do is show up.
That's right.
You've got everything.
We got everything. All they need is a fishing license and dress for the weather, and we got the rest.
You need to give this a try. Okay, we got things going on here.
Yeah. You're multitasking, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And that was a San Juan worm you caught that one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can see all the rocks that are all around us now.
Well, that's a good spot.
Yes, it is. It looks like a good spot.
And let it swing just 3 or 4 seconds here. They'll take it as it comes up. That's how subtle that bite's going to be, especially those wild browns. All right, now Neil, what we'll do is watch me do it.
Okay.
Just watch me. I'll let it just kind of, I'll wait for it to unfurl back behind me, but you do the same thing. Come on back here and then drop it up above here. Nice shot. And so when that line starts to bow a little bit, it'll drag, so that's great drift. That's a great drift. You're in the kitchen. Get him, buddy. All right, O'Neill. Way to go.
How does this remain a stretch of river like this, so close to this metropolitan area? How does it remain so pristine? Because this is
rainbow.
Ooh,
pretty
a
rainbow.
bow, a bow.
Wow, real good color on that fish.
Mm-hmm. How does it remain so, Chris?
I think, Lake Lanier almost acts like a natural catch basin and keeps the water, all the silt and sediment, it collects behind those dams and then they release. And so the water's cold, it settles out. If you were to go to the north end of Lake Lanier, it'd be muddy when it rains. By the time you get to Buford, it's clear. And so that mud kind of settles out and it's almost like a filtration process.
Okay. Now what about the land area? Is it a park?
Yes, sir. Oh, yes. And we've got nearly 10,000 acres of national park along the river. And then Atlanta created a corridor along the river, about a 2,000-foot corridor on either side to protect our drinking water.
Okay.
So that you've noticed that a lot of these homes are set back, and that buffer, that green space helps protect the river. So they've really done a great job.
It's going to stay like this, isn't it? And
Let's
there's
hope
some
so.
good reasons why. All right, I'm ready to do this again. I've got this back cast thing down now. I'll act like a pro. O'Neill here to tell you about the Grill Grate. It's a new cooking surface for all grills, and you need one. Grill Grate panels sit on top of your grill. The bottom prevents charring flare-ups, while the valleys keep your juices sizzling and it never rusts. Grill Grate's perfect for fish, hamburgers, and steak. Nothing sticks. The Grate tool is amazing. Order the Grill Grate now. Save 10% with code OTV or call toll-free and tell them O'Neill sent you. 10% off. Call now.
Are you ready to go grab life by the gills? Maybe take a road trip to a place with no roads. Would you like to make an investment you know will pay off? Then you belong at Bass Pro Shops, where great gear, great prices, and the great outdoors all meet up. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here.
Want to attract more deer and grow trophy bucks on your property? Well, here's a news flash. You don't have to spend big bucks to learn how. We're the Whitetail Institute of North America. We've spent decades researching and developing products specifically for whitetail deer. Call us today and we'll send you 7 Imperial Whitetail seed packets and a free copy of our Producing Trophy Whitetails DVD. All you pay is $9.95 shipping and handling. The Whitetail Institute of North America. Research equals results.
Guys, 3 letters I want you to remember before your next trip. XGO. Why? Well, in warm weather, there's nothing any more comfortable than the XGO technical mesh. If it gets wet, it dries almost instantly, and unlike so many others, it has AG47 silver, so it won't stain. XGO, used by our military in some of the hottest places on earth. It will work for you. Go to proxgo.com. Outdoors.
Ready to do more, but work less? Meet the Works Aero Cart. It makes heavy things feel lighter than air. The secret is Aero Cart's breakthrough design. The wheels are right under the weight, so every load will instantly feel 4 times lighter. And forget this. With 2 wheels, Aero Cart has a super stable wheelbarrow. It's also a hand truck, personal forklift, rock mover, over 8 machines in one. Live less, do more. Get your Works Aero Cart today.
There's more O'Neill Outside coming up. But first, let's thank our sponsors. The Grill Grate, Buckeye Lures, Year One Muscle Car Parts, the Whitetail Institute of North America, and Nitro Boats. Now, let's join O'Neill for this week's Big Green Egg Wild Game and Fish recipe.
Rainbow trout. Ho-hum. So what? It doesn't matter. Not anymore. Big green egg, $3.50 with a convector. I'll show you. Take a look at this. Rainbow trout, liberally with olive oil all over it. If you got a little olive oil, more is better. Both sides, nice and greasy and oily. It's wonderful. Sea salt. Inside the body cavity too. Boys, there you go. Look at that. Look at that. It's great. And I'm going to put some pepper in there too. Pepper. A little pepper's good. A lot of pepper's better. I think you've heard me say that before. Garlic, inside and out. And lemons, onion, thyme, rosemary. That's too much. A lot of onion. Remember, you're trying, you can always fry fish, and I love fried fish. It's all very, very good, no doubt, okay? But if you won't fry it and you really do something to it, really load it up, man, then you get more people in the family to enjoy it. And that's what it's all about, getting the family involved in your catch, in the hunt. fulfill the hunt, fulfill the fishing trip with some, oh man, this is gonna be so good. Look at this. You suppose that's spiced up enough for you? It will be, and this is the convector here on the Big Green Egg. Now what this does is, it makes the Big Green Egg into an oven, and it lets the heat come from all around with the lump charcoal, Big Green Egg lump charcoal, and it's gonna be wonderful. Don't just fry the fish. Rainbow trout grilled on the Big Green Egg. Want the recipe? Go to o'neilloutside.com or biggreenegg.com recipes. Do you take fathers and sons?
Oh yeah.
Do you?
Oh, a lot.
Because this is easy.
Oh man, it's awesome. No,
don't
it's perfect for kids.
You don't have to be a super sharp angler, just
That's
cast.
That's right.
Chris and I have taken a brief run down river, and here we are at a very unusual place, and a combination that I'll explain it to you. This is Morgan Falls Dam. It's was built by and operated by Georgia Power Company. It supplies power for about 4,000 households and has been here the better part of a century. What does this mean, and what makes it so unusual? Well, here we go. You've got a company that's built the dam, supplies power, but what makes this so unusual and so attractive is the fact that this dam here re-regulates the waters for drinking for Atlanta. What a unique combination. So in an area, a metropolitan area of about 6 million people, you've got the National Park Service, National Recreation Area, Georgia Power Company, and the state of Georgia all operating cooperatively for an outstanding recreational area. And I think that's really good. Here's the contact information for Chris Scally, River through Atlanta. Catch fish and have a great little adventure too.